Okay, one of the things I love about the MPC is the editing in it. And here, I'll just take you to some MIDI. Let's go to the drums because that's generally what people want to see, right? So there's the drums, here's the MIDI. And you have a transport bar, which you know is up here, where this one allows you to move different directions. Of course, you can use the cue links too. But you also have this where you can drag out, or this to erase, or this to pencil in a note. Now you saw I did that pretty quick with my finger, but sometimes it gets pretty tedious because the notes like this one right here could be really small. So that's where I decided to try out a stylus. So my daughter had a cheap stylus and I tried it and it worked. So then I was like, well, what stylus? I want something that's a little more pointed. And so I was looking on Amazon and I found this, which is a little stylus pen. I'll try to put the link in the display. I've never done that before, but this is my first time really doing this. But anyway, this thing here, it charges and you can see where that blue light is the power button, and this is the actual pen. So I'm gonna turn it on for you. So you can see that blue light. If you see the tip too, I'm trying to get it in focus. It's really hard to do this on the iPhone, but there's the tip. It's really small. So it's much easier to do this. Of course, I don't want to delete that. This is part of a song, but it's much easier to do this if I need to erase or if I want to draw. I can get a little more accurate. You can use it to move around. You can even do things where normally you would have to hit shift and like copy, cut, paste. You could do all that kind of stuff. Now you can just drag it and delete it. So if I wanted to get rid of, let's say, this little section here, do that, touch the erase, boom, and touch that and it'll delete it. Just that simple. Also, with the velocity, because here, like on the velocity, you can adjust note by note. So let's say this velocity, I just touch it with the pencil, right? And then I just bring, you can see the velocity going down here. See those? So I can adjust the velocity of each note. I can touch this little thing over here, which highlights that whole row if I want to get rid of it or move it or whatever the case may be. Whereas if I'm doing this with my finger here, I'll show you, it's doable. For sure it's doable, but it's much more efficient, especially when you're going in somewhere tight like here and you need to, let's say you're going to highlight just that note, that little bitty note right there. It was much easier to do that. Now, if I go in there with my finger, it's a likelihood. You can see now how I did that. See, it highlighted 2 notes, but I'm trying to be pointed, right? Because I just want that note. So if you're doing all your drums on the same track and then exploding them, then this to me is just a better solution. You don't have to get this one. There's other ones that are like, I'm not going to keep these because I don't need them, but they're like these, they work too. And you'll see they have like a little small tip, rubber tip that you can use. Whatever the case may be, a stylus is kind of like having the iPad, a mini, right, with a stylus. And being able to use that is pretty cool to navigate through your tracks. Of course, you can do more, so we're not going to get all into that. The point was to show you the stylus, that it's usable. All right, this is a short one. I'm going to end it here. It's 4 minutes in. All right, y'all. To the next one. Peace.